Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Strategic Feminine here on YouTube. And of course, we like to focus on all things feminine, all things girly, all things womanly in essence. So if you're interested, do not hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the video. So, of course, they're pulling me out of my slumber to talk about Slim Kim. And, I think that, of course, there's a wave going on, and it's very clear that people are upset that slim Black women are talking about their experiences now. But I'm not surprised because they've always been pressed, and body positivity was fake. And basically, we're calling it out. Now that skinny women are trying to be positive about their bodies, now it's eating disorder. Now it's shaming. So it just shows that body positivity never had the right intention to cater to all bodies in the first place. So now that we have that out the way, we're going to show you what Slim Kim said.
My favorite thing to be is skinny. And I fear you cannot say that out loud, but it is my favorite thing to be, and it is my favorite fear to not be. And this is just for me personally. This is all personal to me. But I just wanted to say it out loud because honestly, it's all I think about. It's all I think about.
The collective outcry on this app when Slim Kim came out and said what most fat people know that many skinny people think is just indicative that we are not mentally prepared for the shift of conservatism that is happening in this country. The rise in body fascism, the narrowing down of what is seen as beautiful or what is seen as an acceptable way to look has been happening for some time now. If I'm being real, it started with the deer versus doe eyes versus siren eyes versus dark feminine versus all of that. It's a pipeline. Do you have cat face or deer face turned into let's turn our faces to the side and analyze the slopes of our noses like fucking eugenicists? And I think that because we are so used to seeing the alt-right pipeline as marketed towards men, it's more difficult to recognize and understand when it's being marketed towards us in beauty spaces. It's not a coincidence that all of a sudden skinny people are coming out and declaring that they love being skinny. It is not a coincidence that brands that formerly claimed to care about diversity or whatever are rolling back on their darker skin tone. People are now openly saying the R slur on social media again like it's normal. All of a sudden it's become accepted to declare on this app that you don't care about Palestinian people and their genocide. As we scroll and consume and even participate in social media, we need to be engaging in critical thought. Media literacy is dead. Can we revive it, please?
And when I saw the video, I was like, really, that's it? Like, that's all she said? And there's an uproar? But of course, because nobody wants the skinny girl to tell the truth, which is that we enjoy being skinny. In the comments of her video, I saw that folks were accusing her of having an eating disorder. And it was mostly coming from, and this is something that I've noticed as well, it's mostly former skinny people who are humbling currently skinny girls.
As somebody who grew up fat and then got skinny and now I'm just mid-sized, I definitely understand the power of being skinny. Like, I can see how somebody would never ever want to be fat again, right? But one thing I've learned from being skinny and being mid-sized again is that when you really got a lethal face card, you don't need to be skinny. Skinny is for average looking hoes, right? If you just got a regular mug, then yeah, you need to be skinny. When you average looking, being skinny your only trump card, right? But when you got a killer mug, right? When that face card knock folks out, no matter what you got on, you don't need to be skinny. If you go into a store with nothing on, looking beat up bum, and people still staring at your face, like people are still mesmerized when you walk by, you don't need to be skinny. Being thin is just a single part of the beauty standard. But when you are truly beautiful, being skinny is just a plus, Just like, oh, people are like, oh, she got a nice body, but that face though? People wage wars over faces like that. You know what I mean? Truly beautiful people do not need to be real thin. They don't. They just don't. I'm not saying they could just be big as fuck, but they definitely don't have to be worried about being skinny. It can definitely be mid to slightly thicker. They can. The face card gonna trump the body card every time if it's like that. I'd rather be big with a killer mug than skinny with an average face. Any day. Any day. True beauty has nothing to do with physique, right? The weight standard for women changes throughout the ages. But that face card, beauty, the golden ratio, that don't go away. That's forever.
And I have to come in here and just drop a little bit of knowledge, because it seems like people are thinking that because they want to twist their version of the beauty standard onto the world, that they can deceive their part of TikTok into believing that the body is over the face, and that somehow Slim Kim, because this was a response to Slim Kim and the people who agreed with her, they are in some way average in the face, and that's why they have to be hyper fixated on being slender or slim. And the quick, honest answer is, even though we can get into the argument of fickle attraction and which body types get attraction from who, I really think we know the answer to that question, and that's why we're trying to debate and argue anyway. I think the honest truth is, we are talking, well, we're not talking about the women that have to pick and choose what they are good at, what they look good in, who's average, who's not. Slim Kim came on with her hair done, her makeup done, her outfit put together, and stated her opinion. Look at the women who have a opposing opinion to Slim Kim. She came on the camera with her bonnet on, bare face, talking about, if you have a beautiful mug, you could just come up into the store, to the crib, to the anywhere, and look in any type of way, because the mug is what's staring the people down, but maybe you just looked unkempt. And I'm saying that because it's about the bigger picture. It really isn't just about the body type. Honestly, I think this goes a little bit deeper too. This goes into a little bit of high maintenance versus low maintenance girlies, okay? And I think really what it goes into is women who are consistent about and competitive about their physique, their mug, their face, their beauty card. They make women who are passive about it, passive about their beauty card. They make women who are passive about their pretty privilege uncomfortable. And that's all I see in this girl's read, quote unquote, on her TikTok. I just felt like she was projecting just a tad. But I do think that overall, she's allowed to have her opinion like everybody else. They will claim that because they had an unhealthy, relationship with their skinniness, that everyone does, and that simply is not the truth. An eating disorder is a mental illness to where you are depriving yourself of nutrients, minerals, sustenance. A severe case of an eating disorder will be that someone is so low in energy because they don't have anything in their system to keep their body afloat. That is a very real scenario that I personally relate to. So an eating disorder is a very serious thing to accuse somebody of, and you don't even know them. And all they said was, hey, I really wouldn't like to not be skinny. I'm scared that one day I just wouldn't be skinny. And this is why I will continue to make my slim series. I have to, because honestly, you're seeing that people want to hear our perspective more as Black or ethnic skinny women. And we have a perspective that is unique to the beauty standard. So we should definitely explore that a lot more. And this is why it's so important, because we need the space to be able to call stuff like this out. As I said in my slim women shaming video, honestly, they will accuse you of having an eating disorder. Just watch it. I'm going to link it here. They will accuse you of having an eating disorder, you being just just all this type of stuff, just because you're naturally skinny. You're clearly eating, okay? They will always have something to say, about your body, if it is what they consider to be closer to the beauty standard globally, not just within the BC, okay? They actually consider what's closer to the global beauty standard to be intimidating. And I don't think this is for everybody. I don't. I don't think every thick girl has a problem with skinny women. I just think that right now, a lot of people are showing their true colors when it comes to this skinny envy, skinny shaming, and you guys try to lit the world and skinny women into acting like it wasn't any competition or it wasn't any shaming going on, and that it was all love for all body types involved. And now we're seeing that now that the shoe is on the other foot, the pendulum has shifted and it's time to exchange the power again as far as the currency. We see in Hollywood what's back in. So now that it's time to exchange the currency back over to Slim, you're seeing that they don't want to do it. So that's just what I had to say about Slim Kim. I don't know. I don't think that this conversation is going anywhere. So that's why I will continue to make, slim women videos. But I will try to come back here and show you guys a little bit of the positive sides too that come into being slim. It's not all bad. It's definitely not all bad. But I think we get caught up in a lot of controversy because people won't let us be great. Okay? So, honestly, stay slim. We'll see you in the next video. Be good people, be holy people, read the word and spread the word. And thank you for watching The Strategic Feminine.